It is a fantastic start for FUT with a dominant win on Pearl against KOI. I'm your host, Yingso, and I'm back here once again at the desk, this time joined by Billy and Minnie. Now, when we saw the agents lock in, you know, we were theorizing some of the reasons behind this. Minnie, you weren't here with us, so I just wanted to get your quick take on what you thought about what KOI ended up doing.
It's very easy to sit here and criticize after they lost 13-4.
No, but as in, you know.
No.
Because
I could go for that, but I think that the comp is very good. It's the comp that both BBL and G2 had a lot of success on. I guess the question mark there was putting Shados on Chamber, because I've never seen him play Chamber.
Yeah.
I don't see him ult much. Like,
no.
to make that comp work, your Chamber player needs to be the kind of star player on that team.
He seemed pretty uncomfortable, you know, at times, a little bit uncomfortable. But what was not uncomfortable, Billy, was the util usage out of FUT.
Yeah, honestly, I loved when we got to see FUT play this in kickoff, and I loved it again this time round. I just think that on their attack, they were able to set up so many crunch plays to be able to get main control. You see it in this round in particular. This is something that they did in kickoff, so I'm really surprised that KOI weren't prepared for this. You see that Fade C's going, you see the salvos going, and Mr. Fallon had an absolutely incredible game with those salvos, managing to get 3 kills with them. But either way, yeah, I just think that they were able to take so much control of mains very early on in the rounds. They could play post plants, and they always kind of had control of not just the site itself, but being able to take art control very easily, flowers control, whatever it may be. And I just think that having these 3 agents as a collective was so good for FUT.
Yeah, I agree. Like FUT had a good game with the kind of tail combos, but I think, to reiterate on Billy's point, I think they should have been expected. Like,
yeah.
KOI know that FUT like this map. It's possibly going to be the pick, and to fall to some of those tail salvo combos is a bit strange to me.
Yeah, especially considering, like Billy said, we've seen it before. You know, they're not reinventing the wheel out here. We've also seen before the kind of performance that Zeus was bringing out as well. A tiny bit of a Yoru diff on that server here, and the player that we expect, Minnie, to have this kind of performance. They picked him up for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was singing his praises all off season. Like, he was a massive pickup this off season for FUT. I know that, like, CNED had a great time on FUT, but this is new generation Turkey for me. I know there are some teams that didn't go with him. Like, he had a lot of trials for a lot of teams.
Like every team
I
wanted him, yeah.
I heard that one of the main reasons was that his English maybe wasn't up to scratch. I couldn't care less if this guy can't speak English. I'd have him on my team. Like,
Minnie,
like, this guy's good.
I mean, 361 ACS that we got to see on that stat card, that is absolutely ridiculous, right? And we were praising the coaches of KOI before coming into this, and we talk about their preparation, and I just think that when you have someone like Zeus who's able to play a bit more unpredictably and can kind of float around the map and can be quite dynamic on that Yoru, he's just, yeah, world class at this point. Genuinely, get him to a global event. I want to see it. FUT, you have to make it to a global event. I want to see it.
Oh, they will. As somebody that interviewed him a couple times in English, I think his English is pretty good. His English is better than some of the other Turkish players that come into our league, you know, that actually speak no English.
Yeah, so there's no excuse for whoever.
Zero excuse.
Whoever passed up on him, absolute frauds.
I can't believe it. Yeah, especially, you know, the, I was going to make a pun. I stopped myself. I'm not going to leak anything. This is not what we do here. But let's talk about the next map here, because we talk about expectation, what teams could go with. Billy, we expected this too, right? This is somewhere that KOI like to go.
Yeah, exactly. They picked into it. They're obviously feeling pretty comfortable on it. They beat Gentlemates last time round 13-7. So I do think that they obviously, you know, they'll be confident going into it. But the only thing, like, I don't know how I feel about the double Senti. I feel as though this is something that they're, like, really trying to push. And on Lotus, we see it from Navi. I do not like Navi's double Sentinel whatsoever.
Oh, you're going to say you don't like Navi?
No,
like,
no.
Yeah.
I don't like their double Sentinel. I like this a little bit more, though, right? I think if they're going to play similar to how they were playing in kickoff, we will expect to see that Vise come through again. We'll expect to see that Cypher from Flyer. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that it will be interesting to see how that goes. But FUT, we have never seen play on Lotus.
Yeah, I think this map's going to showcase with the direction for both teams now. Like, we've seen the first map, we kind of got a taste. Like, on Lotus, are FUT going to go to the wonky, wacky...
If they start messing around, I had other words for it.
Because their first map, they had a nice, casual, tail, meta kind of read. It looked nice.
But why do they always do this on Lotus? Why are they always messing about? Like, what is it? What, they're using Yutterjay as a drone?
To be fair, I lost to it, so I can't really speak.
Oh,
but,
yeah, you did. You
Kind of
didn't even
embarrassing.
lose to the first time they whipped it
No,
out.
it
You
was-
lost. It wasn't even a one and
even,
done.
even with all the prep I did, we'd lost, so I
Yeah.
can't really speak. But.
So can they get away with that? You want to see them mess about, or you want to see them, you know, just relax a little bit?
They have a map to play around with. You know, they got the first one under their belt, so if they want to mess around on this one and then take it to split, then
I'm looking for deeper. Like I want to see this. Like this is KOI. FUT are expected to win here. Like I want to see a map from them that they can take it. They should be taking this group, or they should be, you know, top 2 in this group maybe. So I want to see a Lotus here that's able to compete with the best in Europe.
Yeah, we want to see a stable, you know, a stable Lotus, maybe even a meta setting, trend setting kind of FUT that can come out here. As you guys said, you know, they're expected to win games like this. You don't want to be dropping unnecessary maps when they go to the tiebreaker, for example. They want to earn championship points here. They want to make it to the big global event. So let's see what both teams are going to be bringing out here in the agent select. And here we go, like, kinda normal.
I like
Kinda?
what KOI's approach is, like a pretty... Well, actually, that's a bit weird, the Vice and Cypher. So we are seeing a double senti that Billy didn't like.
Yeah.
Oh, for KOI is what they were
this is
running
what they run in
before.
kickoff. Yeah.
The exact same.
Exact same.
Exact
No
same.
changes. This is what they ran in kickoff. Yeah.
But on the FUT side, using the Jet on this map,
It's giving that
to
Sage
me,
comp
to me,
again.
it's worse than Raze, it's worse than Neon, it's worse than
Yeah.
Yoru. It might even be worse than Waylo. Like, so I'm skeptical about this Jet pick.
I think as well, we talk about Zeus, and he's a player that we don't often see on a sniper, right? We don't really see him play Marshal, Outlaw, Operator. We don't really see him pick up any of those, so the Jet is interesting in that regard.
It's just something about it, because they've always done this, right? It was always seen that on the Jet. They love the Jet on Lotus when everyone else is doing other things. Do you guys think it's exploitable here?
Yeah, I think with CNED it was much more about his agent comfort, but like for Zeus, he's got such a big pool that I'm surprised they're going for this.
Well, there must be a reason for this. I can't wait to see it and throw this back over to your casters. What do you make of this comp, Pansy and Hypoc?
Wait, I'm going to go to you, Mike. What do you make of the comp?
Turkish Jet. It's as simple as that. Like this is a composition built around just putting somebody in a position to succeed, and Zeus absolutely did on map 1. So, in terms of, I guess, stonks right now, we're carrying across from previous performance. This is looking pretty exciting. I admit it probably feels a little vintage, but you roll your minds back to some of the earlier Lotus comps that we saw from FUT Esports. They were one of the first to really hone in on not being quirky, but playing things a little differently.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I guess for the Zeus matter, let him do what he wants.
Yeah, look, it is
map
one of those things. If you're going to go, I can't even remember the numbers actually officially from map 1, but with that sort of performance, that's the underlying comment. Did good.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm play-by-play not now. So you won't really hear it when the word I went for is good, but simplistic in approach. Yoink. Brought back though. Again, you're going to have a couple of plans to deal with some of this util. Nice presence from the J late over towards Mound. But this time back in towards B, and then letting Zeus take a walk. I think he just dinked Soulcast too.
Now the 20 HP. Thought here. You're not going to confirm anybody's location just yet. Actually, you have to captain. Backfill that.
Yeah, but look at the setup on the push back in between Zeus and Ada Captain. The angle so complimentary. Soulcast.
Wounded. Confident start here to the second map as well. It's going to knock the wind out of movie star KOI if they, well, able to really establish any sort of approach here. Maybe not expecting it in round 2. Don't want to see this spiral out of control quickly.
I love that from Ada Captain. Did he creep back in? Because it felt like the drone kind of came through and cleared, so he must have...
I didn't see exactly where he was before.
Yeah. But it feels like that was a really nice reposition to complement where Zeus tucked into in blue room, or what do you call that? Mini door? Blue room. It feels...
It's after Mini.
It's about the right height.
But you don't have to crouch to get through it. That wasn't even flame. I'm just saying it's not a smaller door.
It's actually
perfectly
too
average
large.
size. The SJ though will open
Don't
up.
make a clip, Oscar. Don't make a clip.
That
Same
can't
for
be
you,
the start of the
Phelan.
clip.
Same for you. Relax a little. Oh yeah, the J. It'll only be against Classics anyway. It's all good. They made it pretty dangerous. Grubino
3.
did pretty well there in at least the last map being a threat on it, but in the end they make it through. Got a little bit scary, but 2-0.
Shade to be in good position once again. Always a threat. Yeah, the fact that even with just Classics, able to do enough damage here that they're going to feel pretty happy about. It's reflected here. FUT still protecting the purchase. Couple of stingers to throw in. Now move Koi. Have to see them get on the board early here, Lauren.
I don't want it to feel like that, you know, the Pearl. It's just happened. This is their choice. Up against, I don't want to say a simplistic agent, but, you know, it's got its purpose, but it's set in motion so well. Zeus already taking away Grubino and forcing them back pretty handedly. Guys, we're just going to need a Zeus cam. Can we get a Zeus cam?
Get that as the pip. We'll replace the player cam for just Zeus pip.
A flyer, that's nice though. Gives himself some space, but he goes back into the 3-play. I don't think he needed to play that early on it. Could have waited for Soulcast. Finally finds the impact here. I was worried it was fractured, taking individual fights, but he has a moment too.
Steps out looking vintage on B site. Yeah, a little bit of an overcommitment from Flyer, sure, but Soulcast there to clean everything up. Oh,
Some
beautiful.
aimers. We got some aimers today.
That's the sort of confidence you want. To get their first on the board, like I said, purchase protected for FUT, so it won't be too much of an issue for them. Actually, now all out brawl here. Fabinho's come out on top.
Okay, Koi. They're going in for it now. Shados has a go too. I thought it was just Scrim Soulcast making an appearance, but no. Plenty of them now. Yeah, the J. 1v3. Spike a mile off. Koi have decided, well, you want to brawl, we'll fight right back.
Concerning, really, because FUT were the ones able to really adapt and take control of this sort of round in the first map, but Koi's confidence not stunted just yet. One v3 presented here for Yetijay. Some difficult positions to dig these players out of. The spike out in the open as well.
Can I get a percentage check here, Michael? What are we talking about?
15.
Oh, wait. Ooh. All good, Shados. Gets us across the line. Right, 2-2. What do you reckon, Sam? Speak a bit of Spanish?
Yeah, I do. Not right now.
Cadence of
Not
send
right
them
now.
home, which would be wild. 2-2. Couldn't be doing.
There's no way.
Couldn't be doing that.
There's no way.
If we can get some live translation, Alberto, producer, I need you to be on the crowd mics and everything they sing.
Let's get some Kukuka subtitles.
Thank
Be
you.
even better.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. If you're going to make me work, Alberto, you're doing it too. It's a joint adventure. We do have the nice one out, and you know, throughout this stage, we'll be bringing up Alberto. He's a lovely producer. You'll find out more about him. Don't worry.
We need a jingle for him.
We do.
Like a producer Sam jingle.
Do. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
They said though, still threat with the
Zeus.
Blade Storm, but
Give me that Zeus. And the observers hate it when we do this, by the way. They're like, these idiots have told us to watch one man. And there's
so now
no
we're watching,
kills.
and he's
Don't be mean to the observers if they miss anything. But I'm just saying, it's a 3v1.
You can tell they're
It's like-
just sitting up. Yeah, I knew they were going to sit on him now.
Yeah, look at the delay of the switch as well on the body. They're like, yeah. Oh, thank you. They're passive-aggressive observers. Just what I've always dreamed of. Thanks, guys.
Finally.
At last, they've returned my energy. The threat has been mostly quelled. Or feeling. A couple of feel-good kills, honestly, as well. These sort of moments get you a bit warmed up into the game. You know, you've had a very cold start on Pearl. This gets you feeling it out a bit more. Shados, you saw him there as well previously. Lovely. Warming up into those previous rounds. Philo again now. Okay, job done. Mr. Fallen and Yedache gonna have to climb the mountain.
Oh, what? Deals with Shados. We'll find the plant here. Still threat. Yedache, if he can find anything. Oh, information at least. And weapons to play with now. One more kill, Rolling Thunder for Mr. Fallen. That could be a disaster. I'm very worried.
Grubino's going to get perfect paranoia, good smokes, isolate some kills.
Let's go into the corner though.
Oh god, Grubino's not going to do any of these things. He does get the kill, but now, there we go! It's Grubino, it's fine! 3v2, light work, defuse there, Koi taking the lead.
And if you didn't catch it, that's where Zeus fell. He once again on the free cam in the replay too. No slow-mo though, that's weird. We didn't get a slow-mo.
Oh.
Very strange.
Do you think they'd actually start missing kills just to spite us? So I mean, surely Prius does.
Yeah.
So
That's not even spite.
I love our production team so much, especially the observers. Cuties. Timeout. That will be from FUT. Maybe the last couple of rounds, Koi, remembering who they are, a little bit of a fire under him now, starting to hit some shots, starting to show up a little bit.
We've had a 3K from Shados, Filu, and Soulcast now.
Now,
3-round victories, and I'll be honest, in terms of stability, it's how you want to bounce out of a blowout map 1, but FUT obviously going to try and take stock of things. I said they were the ones to really find an early adaptation that dealt with what Movistar Koi were trying to do on Pearl. And I'll be honest, we didn't see much after that, so we've got to keep that in the back of your minds.
I want to see how they want to adapt with Zeus here, because it feels like he's hitting a bit of a brick wall. It feels quite simplistic in approach, but it's a jet, right? You set it into motion, does its job, but it's not traditional on this map. It can struggle sometimes to still find its value. Are you slow-mowing for us? No, okay, we're just back in game, fair enough. But we do have a couple of odds coming up here.
Because the argument to be made is really rough for Zeus to play into, both Soulcast and Fly on this composition.
Yes, incredibly hard.
That's what makes it really, really difficult.
Let alone with Shados utility on top to kind of, you know, let's say take control of Rubble, or, you know, wherever they fancy doing it, Mound.
He has to get ahead of so many things to succeed.
Incredibly difficult, and you're seeing it here. Let's see how it looks again from Zeus's perspective. But he does manage to at least make it ahead of this, but there's a stack here. This is, he's beaten the timing, and he beats the man, but the rest of Koi succeed! Absolutely decimating everyone from FUT. They got Zeus ahead, but the rest completely fell.
Well maintained by Movistar Koi. He said didn't even need to deal with Zeus, throw one to the slaughter in the form of Grubino. And yeah, this reactive play to catch the second layer.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautifully done.
That's how we look during the round.
Yeah, just like that.
Spam time. They fixed descent. Fix this. Slowly though, but still wanting to approach it this way. It feels like Koi have had a very good read on this side of the map. Rubino's good though. Does he get away with his life? It looks like he has. Yeah, able to fall back to site, but there's a pivot through towards B.
Blue Flyer will be noted. Bit of a gap, but this is space that Movistar Koi had conceded, so Filu now. A little fact finder with the ultimate. Fouled too much here, but a couple of players noted now. Actually, Fire the one to come through and find Zeus.
Yeah, Koi putting it together now. You know, still managed to find their way in here. Filu does well. Cracks goes down. Ult gonna go in. It's all getting hectic. Drawn away. Yedache punching back through. No bullets left to be played, and there's a 3v1. Surely Koi to continue here. Mr. Fallen trying to put on a show. He's doing everything he can, but that spike is being defused. Oh, what's on the TP? Just breaking his ankles there. Mr. Fallen made to look foolish.
Actually embarrassed by the TP. What a play from Filu. What a chaotic round, though. But Movie Star Koi with a course correction that looks beautiful here. That is outrageous. Oh, Mr. Fall again, he's got the
What
best
you gonna do?
Yeah. The best of a bad situation, has to try and remove the defuse. FUT now. Put back in the corner, so to say. A 3-round deficit.
Oh, he still got one there. Still got cracks down. Zeus trades it out, but you look at the buy, it's not pretty. Maybe a recovered weapon here, potentially. But beyond that, Koi. Feels like they got the rhythm here now. Seems to fall in looking for that. Got himself at least an outlaw to play with, but hey, you got the big shields up against you. Not easy to get a quick pick, and a really late double stack in towards tree.
But Grabinho caught completely off guard here. Zeus, no!
Oh dear! It's all gone wrong though! Ali Captain and Yedajay still in this. Soulcast.
Spike planted.
1v3. Scrim Soulcast could.
Adjustment looks good for the second.
Felt it. But
Luckily.
not done yet though.
That's the captain there to shut it down. Squash the hope in round 8. With a 5-3 scoreline, still very impressed here on Movistar Koi, but seemingly caught off guard a little bit.
Oh.
I mean, it's lucky really here that Shados is able to pin Zeus down. The flood was coming regardless.
Can't let this get away from them though. We know that FUT have a really good pedigree to them. They have a really good foundation. I want to see Koi keep a grip on this. Yeah. It was run round. That's fine. I like what Filu's up to. A little risky, but I quite like it.
I was going to say a big gap in terms of the rotation here, but now Shados looking to pick up the slack. See another player in the form of Flyer as well. Reinforce Grabinho's position. Mr. Fallen has found him though. Eyes towards the minimap. Got to be careful, Yetijay, on this cross. With Filu posted up there with an operator.
Hear these. Hearing a lot of these.
Oh, the timing.
No way.
Yes, he adjusted for the second.
Oh
Nearly caught on the backside of the TP as well.
That's wild. That's going to be so gutting as well. All going to come down. Anyone going to fancy the go, Zeus? It doesn't matter the weapon. Oh, stop it! He did the damage as well, Soulcast. Gonna be devastated, but Grabinho's still alive. Filu's still alive. Right place! Big shot from Filu. Now a 2v2. Plot not in just yet is coming through. Grouping up towards CT though. They want to play it back through this. Yedajay none the wiser. Backing into it. He's in trouble here. Yedajay aims high. Gotta look low. Grabinho's found cracks. It's on Yedajay now. That's so much to handle. Filu there. Keeping the lead now. Koi up to 6.
That's a testament to look confident in these sorts of situations. Time and time again here. His first 9 rounds on Lotus. A huge play back in from Movistar Koi.
30 seconds left.
That's a beautiful shot from Fido as well to make this feasible.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, FUT may be feeling a little rattled now. Unfortunately, now's the time we've got to start talking about Cracks having a rough map 2 as well. After a disastrous map 1. Bladestorm in play, Neural Theft here as well. The side of things, Grabinho and Filu with their ultimates.
Oh, he's quick
knife's
as
gone.
anything. Zeus removed from the matter, but there's utility here. This is so tricky for them to carry on forward. Look at it. Slowed down, halted, put into a blender, forced to freeze. Soulcast closer. He's got him locked in. It's so well done. Little mouse wheel jump just to add on to the effect, but for now down to 3, FUT clutching at straws. They've been outdone this time.
So yeah, Ath Captain in a position where he almost needs a bailout. He's going to dig a little deeper now. He's going to be rewarded. Soulcast will fall now. 20 seconds off another smoke, but Cracks
Portal
potential
closed.
here to reveal some information. But no, shut down.
Okay, 2v3. Ult gonna come in, they're taking no chances. And we've seen his TPs before. Oh, is he gonna be doing this again? Filu.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, dearie me. This is looking done for. 7 for Koi now, Mike. This gap is not closing.
In total control this first half. But again, Zeus just not finding the value that you have to find if you're going to justify the Jet here. Like I said, this composition built around him succeeding. 10 and 8, sure.
Yeah.
But he's removed a few times so early on. The FUT are desperately trying to recover these rounds, but just not paying off for them so far.
No, my ulti, I was like spinning around. That's how.
Nice.
Looking way more energetic down on the stage. FUT, the Sheriffs, Zeus with a rifle.
God, what is...
But again!
Oh, Filu! Treat to watch. You're seeing this guy really starting to hit. It's just night and day. Brimming with confidence. Making FUT look secondary. This is so impressive. Yeah, I like to purchase here, but doesn't matter in my mind. An in-zone flawless. Of course.
Last round
Just
in the half.
simply lovely.
Chance for FUT to maybe find a fourth here. Yeah, Filu looking way more comfortable now.
Enemy remaining.
I mean, the whole of Movistar Koi looking more comfortable, but he has been the linchpin in so many of these rounds.
15 to 5. Oh.
On a heater. If FUT can find a recovery.
Right there.
Or a good note to end this first half.
And as much as we were talking about, yes, this comp is built around Zeus, I'd like to see them do a bit more with this, right? Find some versatility, play the map out.
Well, it can't be all or nothing on Zeus.
No, your comp can't ride and die on it. Zeus, again, just has to get out and stay alive.
Punished.
How? Grubino does really well, but just expecting him up with that smoke, maybe catching the audio cues off it, but it did feel up until this point, FUT were just kind of almost running into that brick wall towards A, you know, looking a little lackadaisical.
You say brick wall, now look at the minimap. Look at what's set up, what's littered across A's side.
It's unpleasant, isn't it? How'd you break it? How'd you get through it? I think the answer is, I don't think you do. Soulcast, temptation, beckoning. Oh, he's just going to take the fight here. Looking calm, under pressure. Outdone, though, giving it down to a 2v2.
Not done just yet. Mr.
30
Fallen
seconds left.
does have the Rolling Thunder as well. Going to commit before the plant here.
Oh, Filu's ahead.
Yeah?
Filu's way ahead.
Spike
That's
down
just
A.
not enough. Cracks tried to be proactive, but now drawn back due to time. 12 seconds. Has to deal
10
with the
seconds left.
issue of the spot.
For a second
Uppies.
there.
Don't. I mean, this is cooked. Absolutely cooked. Koi. Embarrassing FUT on this map. And we question marked the agent bringing out Jet here. It's not paid off, Mike.
No, it really hasn't. I don't want to say this all rides on Zeus, but this is just a rough half from all fronts.
how the turns have tabled, Michael.
That's what they say.
I've heard that. 9-3. Koi in the lead. FUT.
Trailing,
Yes,
say.
quite a lot. Now, I kind of comparing this then to Pearl, right? A 13-4 result. I feel like that was a very different matter altogether. FUT looks solid, playing kind of what we expected to a degree.
Doesn't feel like the same series.
It doesn't. It feels like we've just flipped onto two very different teams. And a questionable choice in Duelist. Questionable throughout, really. And Koi, round by round, feeling like they were getting more and more confident, started to feel it out more and more. The fans are getting
I was going to say, somebody's
rowdy.
just either hurt themselves or broken something.
Hope they're all right. If they've fallen over, hopefully it was on camera. For now, though, we apparently had a little issue. Don't know what that was. Not a tech pause, not yet. But it is held on 20 seconds. Oh, we're on pause. Who knows what the problem was. At 9 rounds, though, no
I know,
props for
I'm not telling
Koi.
you. I know, and I'm not telling
What's
you.
it? Oh my god.
But yeah,
Can we
second half.
flame? Can I flame him?
means
Am I allowed to flame him?
No, it's not.
Cutting through.
Please.
It's too sensitive. Too fresh. Movistar Koi could put themselves in a position to close things out pretty early on. Zeus actually investing into a Sheriff here. Drifting out pretty far towards rubble. See, there's not too much on the other side of things. Movistar Koi, but Spike's up here. It's feeling like they might even commit to this.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah,
It really-
fault line to force them back now.
I just want to look. Again, my expectations with the Koi is clean, close out cleanly. Flyer! Beautiful on towards Zeus, who was their headline star before. Now, falling down the charts. Chip
Couple of these-
damage,
yeah. A couple of these HP bars on the side of Movistar Koi. Starting to look a little worrying. But still 5 standing, so they can play the trades. But flip-flopping back and forth.
So util like Mr. Fallen, a bit light now, but again, Shados.
You want Mr. Falling out of there.
Yeah, he has to back. This util is too hard to handle to try and play site. It's already been locked off. Vilu, that's... Vilu, what happened there? I don't know if that was a misread or a miscall or a missmoke or something. But it... Questionable, because now it's a 4v4 post plant and those lower HPs get brought into play. You got Grubino with
paranoia.
that paranoia, and that could be critical here. But away we go. Flash is coming in, paranoia coming in, swinging together. Foot held at the door, but Soulcast held back by the smoke. Flyer falls, and suddenly the site's open. Koi are going to be gutted. What just happened?
They get absolutely swept off site. After conceding Zeus so early on, they're able to flip this 4v5 in the pistol round. Great response from FUT. And yeah, just seemingly caught off guard here by Mr. Fallen. I mean, basically out in no man's land in front of CT, but without smoke there. It looked a little awkward, to say the least, for Filu. But no sweat just yet. A few more rounds, then we can get a little more concerned, maybe. But we'll wait.
We'll see. We'll let you know when to be afraid. So when you look at the stewards or air stewardesses in flights and they look nervous, then I get nervous.
Yeah.
Until that point, if they're calm, I'm calm. Now, we keep calm. We carry on. Everything's fine. Filu, Soulcast, Shados, only on classics, but again, if they can cost a couple of these weapons, nice. Get a plant, nice. Build towards ults, also nice. Plenty of things to walk away from here. Now, as it stands though, tricky to get towards the site. There's a lot of bodies still in play. Really have much incentive to back off. Obviously that C site might add a little paranoia, but beyond that, Zeus can just chill and watch it.
So you've got to be careful now. Still have reinforcements here. Yeah, actually cracks Top rope, actually, yeah. Clean up. Perfect here for the in-zone flawless from FUT. Find number 5 now. The rifles will come back from movie star Koi. Yeah, a little bit of cash in the pockets now for FUT. No notable progress other than Mr. Fallen in terms of ultimates. Again, wouldn't expect it too early on.
Here we go. This would be the first signal of worry. But now Grubino is under pressure. Oh my God, Zeus. Oh my God, Zeus is just flying at him here. The worry chart is going up slightly, but Zeus is the only one to be killing him. What the hell has just happened? Shados is still alive. He's made it out of dodge, but he's down low. 73 HP and Mr. Fallen does not falter. Okay, it's the first signal. Don't have to react yet. But FUT just took away a round that should have been Koi's.
Absolutely. Kept in check now. Reset in terms of the inventory. There's another situation where we're just seeing Cracks really struggle to pin somebody down. But Zeus is just on farming duty.
Bravo. Nice!
Curious.
Could be 7 here.
It could be. I mean, this is the thing with a rough start like this, in the blink of an eye, the 9-3 lead squandered.
Okay, Filu not getting the same sort of freedom. And I'm waiting, bated breath here to see if they can find a little way in, get a bit of a read of this, because it feels like Zeus go, get aggressive, get into the mix. Go, does have to respect it now. Outlaw there, forced to fall away. No, he's not under too much pressure yet, but they are ahead of that smoke, so they're pacing and they're... What?
What?
Can I
That's
get
Captain.
on the replay?
Yeah, maybe seeing something we don't. Spoiler alert, he didn't.
That's tough. That is really... That would have been a nice little lurk, maybe, if you got just... I don't know. Okay, sold cash, Shados, Grubino. Flash and go. Look, Zeus only has 2 shots. There's 3 of
30
us.
seconds left.
We'll be fine. Oh, Cracks has got... Oh, he's got... He's got both of them. In-zone flawless. Michael. 9-7. Is this the second warning, or is this round the second warning?
I mean, this would be. The difference being now, Movistar almost, now with the loss bonus, they're going to have an opportunity to buy something into the net. Well, actually, with fire coming onto the operator, I'm sure that's going to be exchanged hands. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Beautiful from Atta Captain, but this is the one really that I don't want to say you bank on because you start 9-3, right? But if you're going to lose the first 3, first 4 now.
Yep. And they can do something weird, and they're doing something weird. Look at this, the paranoia in. Zeus flying through the sky, takes away Grubino. Koi, you're not getting to do what you want here. You're being dictated to. This is hard. They have to retake space out of spawn. This is all they have. They have their spawn area to play with. On the other side, though, Fly is trying to get them some space here, trying to work his way forward. He's got past Robber, but you've got a couple of setups here in play. And now, finally, Zeus does now need to rescind away from this. He's got the knives and the Outlaw. He can stay around this space on himself, but again, Yedajay feeling this. He's going to be noting that utility being taken down. It's time to call for the cavalry. He needs support.
Yeah, we're going to confirm, but maybe a little red herring. There's Flyer on the other side, but have to make assumptions in this situation. Now a couple of sound cues to boot.
Launching thorns.
So it's going to, timing-wise, actually a couple of bits of utility online here for FUT, Lauren.
Yeah. Looking at sort of Shados did just get ult, which is
Yeah.
pretty important. It might help them out here, but also historically Shados has had some absolutely diabolical ult. So fingers crossed he's got some better work in on those, but they're being stalled out on the way back in. Flyer looking to hold stairs, looking to try and hold some space, but they've lost out on backside. They're already pretty close here. Flyer's got to be careful. Zeus has already gotten Filu down. Soulcast can at least keep some of this safe, but Zeus is tearing him apart. Ult's going to come down this time, force him away, not going to achieve half yet. Soulcast does need to get involved. It's Shados to save him. Again, the util pour on, perfect! Zeus can do no more, but the time is gone. They've got what they needed. They fight back with everything.
A must-win for Movistar KOI here. They find double digits for obviously establish themselves already with a bit of a cushion. And a beautiful approach to this round. Zeus getting the reset on the final knife here.
Pretty sure Zeus got all four, didn't he?
Yeah.
Someone help him out.
We're mixing.
Movistar KOI are the ones that actually call a timeout now. Maybe a sigh of relief, a moment to catch their breath. Because a lot to consider now. Well, they've got to chip away at another 2 buy rounds, basically, from FUT. Like I said, FUT are about coming onto their first ult cycle. I said Crack's probably still a little behind the curve. I mean, well, actually, yeah, in comparison, Filu's close, Grabinho and Soulcast. So we did see Shados is in the previous round, but
tense times now for KOI. Because, again, that felt like they had a better grip on it. Again, if you remove Zeus from that round, all kills are gone. But still, KOI do need to answer back to that little bit of instability at the start of this one, which they can absolutely do from this point onwards, and it just feels like a bit of a rocky start in with the pistol. Yeah, got kind of screwed over in the up against the bonus. Fair play, it can happen. Let's see if they've got some real consistency here to lean on.
well, steady the ship now, really, is what we're looking for.
Yes.
FUT, can they continue to pressure? So, in my eyes, have done the hard work in terms of coming out of a 9-3 half. Little pump towards B. Actually, a fast rotation. We have Yetijay being tested.
Brave against Mr. Fallen's ult. I don't know if that would have been advisable, but it's hindered the progress enough, but it's still above a minute. They don't have to overcommit to this, and they have Soulcast's ult to take towards the site if they wanted to.
Maybe pulling the trigger a little early. I mean, a big win for Movistar KOI really now to draw that out and still have time.
Testing every part of the map, it feels like. Soulcast ready. Ult about to be sent in. That can be quite easily avoided, but it will force them to respect the site take. They can't really take an early challenge. I say that. Zeus, yeah, he does want to go for it. Already takes away Shados. Big tool removed from the post plant, but the spike is in.
Still have a paranoia. Mr. Fallen going to have the fault line back online pretty shortly.
Bold positioning. Hoping, praying the Zeus won't check, but Zeus will check. Again, 1 by 1. He's carving space. Where is the rest of this team? Someone please send him some assistance. It took a flying shorty, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. It is not. Grubino there again. At KOI, it feels like a collective effort, but it's one man.
Yeah, feeling a little disjointed. That gap becoming more and more apparent in a few of these rounds, Lauren. Oh, well, a few situations actually within the rounds. On a smaller level. But it's all starting to add up now. 11 on the board for Movistar KOI.
Nice! Nice, Gruby!
Edging closer and closer to forcing a third. Like I said, FUT done the hard work. They have the funds to support further purchases. But now we're seeing Cracks down at 150. Had to captain at 300.
Big ult.
Can't afford to be as fast and loose as they have been.
Kill Zeus, win the round. He's under pressure now. No one instantly there to try and take him away, though. And look at the player who slipped the net here. That's wild. Zeus still trying
Zeus
to
is
divide
just so good, man.
between them. It is as... I'm waiting to see anyone else in the kill feed, though, from the other side, because Grubino slipped so far ahead here. It's wild. Oh, that feels almost heartbreaking. It could have been huge there But they're losing out in numbers. Fly going to take down Crack. Soulcast swung past. Shadow sign activated. Zeus again. Flyer. Can't turn in time. That low sense making his wrist hurt.
Got ankles broke earlier. Seen a wrist snap now. FUT will find their 8th. You can almost picture perfect. Lose 2, but those are the 2 with dwindling funds. We'll be able to spread the cost now.
See that one again. Start.
Player standing.
Oh, you can see like the mouse pick up and re-swipe over. Oh,
Then the volume change. The classic.
round's gone well, has it? FUT actually slowing things down now. And they've got Koi broke for money. I want to see what they go for. It could be like Stingers or maybe a Guardian. I don't know if they've actually got enough for a Guardian, but regardless, Koi can get a little bit of a buy going. Nothing major. It would be light. But for
It'll be
FUT,
scrappy for sure.
as much as I've been saying, you know, Zeus and Co, he has been, you know, the headliner here.
Well, again, just to come back to it, that's almost what FUT are dialing into here.
Yes.
Is to kind of put him on a pedestal.
Yep. Playing it in well.
That's,
But I
again,
just need someone else.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well, like I said, situation has been a few times where Zeus is so far ahead of the next player, which just can't happen.
But it's such a stark contrast in my mind. 'Cause you look at Koi, really evenly spread here, looking really good.
Yeah, good collective.
Shados, Filu had his moments, to be fair. Like, he was really hitting. But Flyer's starting to get their Grubino with some big value. Soulcast, you know, they're all starting to warm into this. The odds for FUT, how close are they? One away from Knives, not near for Fallen,
Well,
Jay not near. It's a bit off cycle. Shados is one off, though.
Yeah, a couple of tools available for FUT potentially, but they're not going to want to concede the 12th. It's going to just turn up the heat. Most likely not in this round. 2 sheriffs. I jinxed it. 2 sheriffs only for Movistar Koi.
Jinx, I can't believe you did that on purpose. Zeus, you're not gonna.
There's one of them gone. Changed hands. Soulcast picks it up.
It's the death stick being passed on. Observers desperately not wanting to follow the one player. Like, please, someone else. I dare you. Oh! Filu gets it right. It felt like it was a bit of a roll of the dice, but it's come up good for him now.
Now actually, further threat for sure. Yes, Jake can have his hands full, but delivers. Filu and Soulcast will fall.
One enemy
Let's see. Come through. Yeah, the flood is perfect here.
Nice.
But been able to get close to a plant. So yeah, opener found. Rest of FUT stand tall though. Now Cracks one away from his ultimate. Now some of these tools.
Now I get scared.
Probably already scared after the string of 4 rounds, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Worried for sure, because Movistar Koi almost deserved to force this 3rd. The way they've turned things around here on Lotus, but maybe falling a little flat here in the second half.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And you're right, they are trying to tee him up. You know, this is, you know, tailor-made. But FUT needs to try and hold stable here for a second, because Koi gathering themselves now, still wanting to approach this C site.
Some of these initiatives looking much better on the defense, actually, for FUT, in terms of Zeus going forwards. He's digging deeper than he was on the attack. Just for us, the key engagement Flyer.
He can't go down, though.
No. Barely any damage actually to write home about to Mr. Fallen.
Is he actively trying to...
But 2 noted there, because Zavando and a Phantom noted, so...
Oh, that's 4 players on this side of the map.
I was going to say, it's not going to mean much, because we can see the minimap. Still got Zeus. And reinforcements.
Oh my
That's
god,
it.
they're
Hit
going.
the panic button here. Bladestorm pulled out for Zeus.
Do they pivot B instead? Koi, where are we off to? Where's the plan here? 37 seconds. You could walk into B and hope for the best. The trip was broken by Flyer, but you don't know what's there. Oh man, this is going to get so late. Banking on the Teo util to clear it through the paranoia. Not good enough. Zeus quick on his toes here. Dodging, dipping and diving around, staying relevant. They're running
guys.
Spike. Where are they going? Zeus has already punished Filu. Spamming into the dark here. They're going for that late B here, but look who's still standing. Yellow J's still around. You still have players towards CT. This ain't easy. 13 seconds. They deny the plant. It's done for. Spike is down, but they clear it out. What was that hesitation? The pressure. Just too much for Koi.
Starting to sweat a little bit. Victims of their own success here will concede an in-zone flawless. FUT find 10. And like I said, at 20 seconds, they're running into the unknown. I mean, yesterday on the drive-by, which helps a lot, sure. Zeus now knocking on the door of a 30 bomb.
I don't like seeing that at round 21.
No, well, yeah, that's the thing. So late on, and then seeing it after you're looking at that timeline for the second half.
Simmer. Feel the pressure here. Because again, they got to face going into this next round with a buy that will be lacking, right, for Koi?
Yeah.
It won't be a pretty
Yeah,
buy. So you're opening up the potential of facing 11-11, and you just look nervous in round 21. It looked hesitant. In my mind, I'm surprised they didn't try and pivot further around the map. They felt a lot of resistance, and honestly, he ran into Zeus. Roll back the years. If I see CNED, I run. If I see Zeus,
If
I
we
run.
hear the op, goes to another site.
Go away.
Faster.
He tried to push them out. I'm fleeing.
Also here, it's a little tongue-in-cheek for FUT to stack 3 players alongside Zeus on the operator, but there's just too many question marks elsewhere on the map.
Yeah,
For
they
Movistar
just try and
Koi
explore.
and again, they have, what, 30, 40 seconds of downtime where they actually don't answer any of those questions. They don't dig a little deeper.
Pretty sure there was a deep trip as well coming out from Yellow over towards that A side. It was further than Rumble. Oh my god, they're going towards him again. Oh god.
Zeus is just omnipresent.
How is he alive? He just looks so calm under all this util pour on, right? Just goes back in like super clean with it. And a captain by his side. It's fine. This round isn't the round that Koi are meant to do it in. But you don't want to feed the beast, right? You don't want to get him feeling more and more confident. He's still going. He's on the 30. Feels like not him. Anyone else? Anyone else can have this?
Desperately giving the kill to somebody else.
Omen, how about you? I heard you were over here.
Gun here.
You can have that. Because Omen, don't care that much. Sick. Love it. Oh, dearie me. Koi will be making a wish at 11-11. An in-zone flawless, tied up now. Look at the ults. We do have Soulcast with the ult. We have 2 away from Filus. The rest not that nearby or not that much to write home about. On the other side, Zeus building back. I mean, that was only a moment ago. Krax has his. Falling still in that building stage, but all that pressure is now on Koi. They have to be on it.
The pendulum swings for sure. All eyes on them as we enter round 23. Those turns have tabled once again. FUT on the brink of pulling off a ridiculous comeback. But a comfortable one. It's felt comfortable.
Which just feels mad to say, right? It doesn't feel right.
Movistar Koi have just, I'll be honest, lacked ideas maybe with this composition on the attacking side. FUT absolutely steal the show.
I should have heard this paranoia. Now seeing the smoke, maybe can relay that there's probably a bit of a play happening here. But there's no subtlety on the approach towards Rubble. The drone going in, the smoke's here as well. Trying to stay a little bit subtle, a little unknown. Zeus now noted. Go in towards A.
Yeah.
We like A. Yeah, Felix like, cool, I'm off ski. Come on, Koi. Can they take towards the site though? Krax is going to respect it. Doesn't want to try and play ahead of this. There's a lot of util.
I think they're happy to concede this now. Krax's ultimate will go in.
Spike planted.
Actually, Prowler sent in, but no initial
Oh my god.
pressure point.
Flyer, you had your chance. Zeus is just carrying on. Krax is already taken down Grubino. There's a weird little battle behind each other, but it's stacked out towards Tree. The site now flooded by the FUT players. Flyer needs to get there and fast. They're falling like flies. The final boss deleted, but it's still a 4v3. Flyer, Filu, and Shados gotta lock this one in. Gotta try and hold on to this.
It's forced down by the
flying
Shoei.
energy! And now it's down to 1. Shados, can you survive?
the pressure. Just too much for Movie Star Koi. And it's heartbreaking to see things come down to this now.
Oh, God, and you can feel it in your stomach, can't you? That sinking feeling, that slow march back against you, Koi. It just takes one round. One moment to go right for them here. It's just not been.
Nice!
FUT have been marching this game back into this score, taking the lead in the truly 11th hour. But can they get across the line in regulation? Nilu tempted. Paranoia sent, they read it, and they dealt with it. Zeus goes down.
Move the tip of the spear here. That's, yeah, Movie Star Koi. Quick to react as well. Springboard off that. Flyer's found another one.
That's massive. Mr. Fallen, though, ignoring Philo in front of him and picking out one from the crowd. Flyer goes down. Now we're going to have the ults coming in here. No escaping some of this. Yeta J wants to try and get in on it as well. They're taking the brawl. He's taking the fight. Rubino takes his head. Mr. Fallen and Cracks the last two up against 4. Philo low. Solcat a little chip damage, sure, but it's not the end of the world just yet. They need this plant.
Spike planted.
Bolt line back online as well. Can't see it, but numbers advantage firmly for Movie Star Koi.
Oh my God.
No way.
Okay, it's okay. Cracks though, he has his moments, and is this gonna be one of them? Double stacked up, HP low on Philo. Gotta be careful here. Hold your breath, we're going to OT.
Just when you think it's all over, we get a reset here on everything to end Lotus. Finally, Zeus dealt with. Not a threat in this round. And Movie Star Koi follow through. It's apparently fine.
It doesn't feel fine.
Well, it doesn't look fine there, that's for sure.
All good, guys, all good. 12-12, it's OT. And look at those rounds. What a mad second half this turned into. Totally unexpected. I was half in mind about map 3. Not there yet. We start again. Koi on the defending side and FUT on the attack.
FUT can carry across any of that momentum now. This is where they struggled. They can reinforce this ethos of putting Zeus in a position, not necessarily to carry them, but really deliver time and time again.
Look how close Koi are as well. Look at the space.
They're chomping at the bit.
Well, you've got the util just lathered around the map. Otherwise, B completely poured onto. Still got the wall on C, so they can kind of play like this, right? The map is super small for FUT.
It really is. Pause for thought now. Approaching the 45-second mark. Trade-off of damage here, but Soulcast currently on an island. And this presence is commanding 3 members of Movie Star Koi. So yeah, gonna have to concede the site. Can be expected, we'll get away with his life for sure.
30 seconds left.
What do they have? Rubino's got his Paranoia Flash with Philo. Shados still pretty well set apart from the drone. It's pretty nice. The other side, it's not pretty, and actually caught drifting. Yeta J trading back in, but Shados breaking forward. Advantage now towards Koi. Answered back by Fallen, down to the 2v2 on the site itself. And Koi deciding to go the low road. And Ringer Rose, we go. Fallen takes a look, takes a glance, he's thinking about it. Utility about to come back up for him as well. Has it in hand, sends him in. Koi, can you hold on? No. Philo falls, it's down to 1. Mr. Fallen flies in and FUT take the lead.
A nail biter here to kick off overtime. But it's FUT to strike first. While the iron is hot for them. I was going to say, if FUT can't really take space towards CT or Waterfall, it's going to feel very uncomfortable. But even then, it came down to a 2 for 2. which you feel like would favor Movistar Koi on the way back in. Again, it got up close and personal, a little uncomfortable. See Zeus again exploring, Grabinho removed.
He's just killing anything that moves, isn't he? Let's be honest. I don't want to go there. I'm not even playing, and I'm definitely not even on Koi's side, but I don't go towards Bound right now, please. Unless they've got a plan to try and move him, some util to force him away, and they do. Banking on Shados to try and set them up for a bit of security. But the one-man army is still standing tall. 32 kills. He is an absolute terror. They try and avoid. They try and get away. There's no escaping Zeus right now. Holds the C-site. You don't want to come over here, boys. Look at other options. 50 seconds, oh Mike. They are running out of players and they're running out of time.
And this is the sort of situation we saw them time and time again scrambling for an answer. Got to pick up the pace now. But happy to sit in formation now. They can basically concede a plant anywhere. The camera will confirm now, yeah.
30 seconds left.
That looming feeling for Movistar Koi. Still got to clear everything on the way in as well.
And we know that they've made the best guess that they can.
Yeah.
See it here, right? But one of FUT technically just put life on the line if they want it, yeah. 13 seconds. How close do they get? Close enough. Filu's gone down. Time, 8 seconds. They need to be able to defend him and they can't. Shados all on his own. Dead and buried, and FUT from the brink. Bring it back.
Fairly polarizing map 2 here. We minds back the 13-4 commanding victory on map 1, but a godlike performance from Zeus. 10 first bloods for him, leading the charge for FUT, keeping them in this one.
Oh,
and he was what they pinned everything on, and he absolutely delivered in that second half.
Very impressed with the young player. Again, one of the hottest prospects there was, and you can see why. Do I like the J on this map? No. Do I like Zeus on this map? Yes. So for FUT, I think it's back to the drawing board. We have to talk about Koi here as well. I really want to address it, because in moments they looked exceptional there, but it felt like the pressure of just crossing the finish line, they didn't have it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if this is just a composition thing, but versatility on the second half, definitely a question. A few times so hesitant to commit to a decision. It's sort of like there's one or two people in and then we didn't really follow up on it, and that's really what was their demise. There was a few times they were in great positions and able to figure out exactly how FUT were trying to approach things very early on, because FUT, there was very little nuance to what they were doing. So, yeah, it's got to be heartbreaking for Movistar Koi. Again, any 9-3, I don't want to say, well, loss in the way that it comes out now, and for it to go to overtime and then lose out in the first round. Yeah, really, really tough.
It is, but we have a treat for those at home. Zeus, impressive in the server. And of course, yeah, the J, the man who you can't ignore, the Balrog himself at times, will be joining Yinzu and Kukuka in the post-plant. So stick around, let's head over there now.
They will be indeed. Welcome to Post-Plant. I'm going to need Lauren to assign a Lord of the Rings character to every single player in VCT EMEA.
Every player?
Every single one, because that comparison of yesterday is beautiful. But yeah, what an exciting 2-0, although you got to be hurting a little bit if you're on the side of Koi.
So you're telling me? I mean, yeah, I think that especially the way that the second map was closed, like the first one, let's completely forget it. But during kickoff, this was something that we were seeing from Koi as well. In their opponent's map pick, they were struggling a lot. But the show in Lotus has to be the one that hurts the most, because they had so many cool ideas when they were starting off from the defense, and we were seeing the implementation of the Tejo, how Filu was playing as well. I think that they understood what they wanted to do, and the way that FUT had to bring it back, not only in like individuals definitely to highlight, like Zeus was amazing and whatnot. Mr. Falling today was on a different level, on both maps. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, he's very clean, right?
Absolutely.
Very disciplined, very clean, lands all his utilities. This puts FUT in a nice start to the season. But for Koi, I don't think it's the end of the world. I'm not worried. Like, I feel like maybe they go back to the drawing board, they fix a couple of things, because they very well could have won that map.
Yeah, I think
I mean, I would love to agree with you, but the things that I saw on the first map, even if it's your opponent's map pick, have little to do with the map itself, and actually a lot to do with like confidence and how the players are feeling within each other. So that it is worrying for me. I don't think it's the end of the world, and it's something that you cannot fix. That is something that, thank God, it happens against one of the toughest opponents in your team.
Yeah, and speaking of one of the toughest opponents in EMEA, we're joined by Yutej and Zeus. Please take a seat, sit down. Congratulations on the win. Very nice to see you guys back on the stage. That comeback was crazy. How did you manage it? What was said? Was it Gaius? Was it Mr. Farland? Tell me, how did the vibes, stay good? And how did you make that comeback?
I guess it's obvious because of Gaius. Because when we go to the other side, I mean defenders, he just say us to you guys know already what should you do. So just try to stay in the same game plan and be chill, because we was so excited when we start losing, and then we just leave everything to Mr. Fallin. Then he comment and we finish.
So Gaius Farland, the combo there,
yeah, of course.
the duo,
Yeah, absolutely. Even on map 1, not only this combat that we saw in the second one, but what you did on the first one, we were just highlighting it, that the plan looks so curated. It makes your team as a whole look so good. Tell us a little bit about how you have invested this time into having such results, because it looks very well-rounded.
Like Yetuje said, guys get the pause and told us what we do, what we need to do, and what they do. So we prepare for that and make them play their game and counter them.
Well, what was the focus? You obviously, sadly, you didn't make Bangkok. We were expecting, we always expect you to make global events, but you've had a break. So what did you focus on? What was the main kind of thing that you worked on?
We just focus on when we start the season for last seasons. We always saying like, okay, we can choose one map to ban and we can focus the other maps.
Yeah.
So this time we start practice to all the maps. So we are good on all the maps, I guess. And we are just trying to stay on our gameplay and just try to be more dominant on the game.
How many weird things did you try? How many weird, you don't have to tell me.
Too many.
You tried a lot?
Yeah, too.
Yeah, you will see.
Yeah.
Is there something that you're sad you didn't go for? You don't need to tell me specifically what, just yes or no. Is there something that you tried that you were like, oh, I would have loved to run this, but the guys was like, no, we're not.
I think it's the opposite, right? Gaius must be the one that's like, you gotta do this.
Guys, give me so, please. I'm gonna ult everyone. I want to play ISO and 1v1 everyone.
Okay. I need to see you, Alpha, Meteor. All three of you.
But don't give the Waylay.
Oh, no Waylay? No Waylay?
It's pretty good, by the way.
Okay, I will say, I felt like we already saw maybe a tiny bit of the weirdness. We have some highlights from you. Zeus, Pansy, and Hypark were talking about this, When you see a jet on Lotus, it is a little bit weird, but because it's your jet, it's like, you can get away with it, It's okay for you to do that. Did you feel like that was the character, the agent you wanted to play? Or is this a Gaius, like, you're playing Jet, you don't have a choice?
I think we both agree on Jet, because I can play very well, I think, Jet. And guys wanted to play with a character who can escape anywhere. So we tried Jet and it's looking good right now.
Yeah, but you could have maybe made an argument also for Euro, because you've been playing it very well. I feel like we've been through such a journey with FUT and Lotus. We've seen so many different phases you've been. There's no peace. No, absolutely. But do you think this is specifically for Jet, because he's been through all of the changes that we saw last year and through many compositions? Do you think that maybe this is the last one, or next time that you lose, you're gonna go back into the kitchen?
Do you miss not being a drone? Do you miss just on that cypher running in because you have no initiator?
I think I am fine with this. Yeah, I can do anything he wants, like Gaius wants. So that's fine for me. But of course, maybe next week we can go back to the most cringe Lotus comp again. We don't know.
The Sage one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We don't know. So for now, I guess we are good.
You like this? You're comfortable with this?
Yeah, of course. I can play every Sentinel or something.
Oh, okay. Zeus, you're very comfortable with this? This is comfortable.
Would you rather
for
play the ISO?
Yep, it's all good for me.
But what about minus Jet
Yeah.
plus ISO?
Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Guys, give my ISO, trust me.
Give me Jet.
but-
We can try.
Okay, so I assume you've already asked him to play the ISO. Why did he say no? Or,
He didn't say no.
Oh.
I think ISO is not for the competitive play official games. I mean, if it is only one duelist, if there's another Euro or Jet
So when are
on the
you
side,
jumping in to help him get to his goal?
I can help. We have cracks as well. He can help, so everyone can help.
yeah,
him.
everyone can.
Actually, Attack Captain can do it as well.
yeah?
He tried one time
Yes.
race against
Oh,
Korea.
sorry.
I
Against,
remember. Yeah.
he was pretty good.
Okay, we're starting to get a lot of flexibility, but I feel like the same old Yetuje, the same old the screaming. We heard that. It felt louder than the Koi fans. Did you hear the Koi fans? They were
I
very
didn't.
loud.
But
You couldn't hear them?
They were so like very loud, and they were just always speaking, always loud cheering, and it was really hard to watch because when we try to speak with each other, we always hear them.
Oh.
I will say.
Yeah.
I will say.
And
I went
they stay to the our side on
Yeah.
on the stage, and it
because
was
they wanted to see the players in front.
yeah.
The mind games.
Yeah.
My
I will
teams.
say, I went there and I joined them for a bit because there were vibes. You have to
Yes,
admit
yes,
it, and
yes.
there were vibes. But I did tell them, especially like when there's timeouts and this and that, like do not scream because
Yeah, of course.
is that none of the teams can hear. Like we are Spanish, we are aware that we get very loud.
But but I think you
You're
were
louder.
louder. I
Yeah.
think you were louder than the Koi fans. We heard
I don't
you.
know when we win.
Yeah.
They just
I can
stop
still
cheering.
hear, by the way.
We just talk about okay, they have so many fans here. We don't have that much. We don't care about the crowd. So I just say let's win some rounds so they can shut up.
Oh. I mean,
I will say.
they didn't shut up. They did not shut up.
Sometimes we did. You say that, but actually there was like, kid you not, like maybe 6 or 7 fans on your side. They were battling up against us, and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
it's like
Us?
I mean, I was in that
Us?
I was chanting a bit because it's vibes. Like you just go like, for example, I don't like football as a sport, but as a social activity, I absolutely love it. So this is the same. You just go for the vibes and have a good time. And they were actually challenging us, and sometimes we shut
Us
up.
again?
Yes,
I was
you
on
have
your
to
side.
shut
I
up.
was on your
so
side.
much.
Don't worry, I'm always on your side. I'm
But they
always
were
on your
so
side.
good. Like maybe one
Yeah,
time they can cheer for me maybe.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll give him a reason to.
Next time. Next
but I
time.
think you did give him a reason because you looked pretty good today. I was saying we got the same old Yetuje, performing, coming out here clutching, bringing the energy as well. I think you're probably one of the most consistent players we have. How do you stay consistent?
Actually, I don't know. I'm just working the same routines before the match, like last year, and I was so stressful today because I just think about like, oh my God, if I start bad to the stage, what can I do? Like,
Oh.
it was so stressful because last year I was good, and this year I should have the same stabilize, and it's worked. For now.
I want to ask because I think this also has to do with being consistent, throughout the, I'm going to say off-season, between kickoff and this stage. We've seen some things on Twitter, some results from some teams on scrims. I have heard that you guys scream, I was going to use a bad word, a lot.
Yes.
A lot. How do you feel like the region is doing? How have you seen yourselves within it? Because I feel like we have some very high highs in the scrims, and then when we get to officials, it's a different phase. So what feel do you get of the region right now and of yourselves, of course?
We just trying to play like just same like pracs because in the pracs you can win like with any score, but in officials it's always different. So we are just trying to play like practice in the official as well. And yeah, we are hardworking. I don't know, our coach is like it. He has some discipline.
Will we see a spreadsheet of your scrims at the end of the season? Will you guys
How's
give
your
us
win
that?
rate? Do you know your win
Yeah.
rate?
I don't know, but
But you can get a feel, no?
we don't know, but it's maybe 65%.
Oh,
That's very good.
Above 60.
Yeah.
that's nice. And with all of the random, wacky, crazy, weird stuff that you try too, on top of that.
Yep.
Okay, so
Because we have Zeus, like.
well, but what's the protocol? So like, if you try something weird and you win like 3 pracs with it, is it just like we're doing this now? Do you have to win with it for us to see it on the stage?
Actually, yes, but if we lose so hard with any comp and we find the gap, then we can play more with this comp and we can show it on officials. But of course, we need to win for show that, because it's more about like self-confidence. Because when we win the prags, we are starting, okay, this map is good. And after that, okay, we are so good on this map, and go.
The confidence, the confidence. Now, as Zeus, being a Turkish Jet, I was so surprised you guys didn't want to play Ascent. I think that's so, we're not used to it, you know?
The Xbox was open.
But we're so not used to, because you guys, you banned Ascent, right? Did you ban Ascent? I can't remember. The second.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Guys,
Only guys know, yeah.
But do you feel weird about that? Because, you know, Turkish players, you love Ascent.
Guys trust me, and I don't even care what the map is. I can play every map, so it doesn't matter for me. It's Ascent or Icebox.
Do you have a favorite map?
One that you can play ISO on.
Yeah.
ISO. Need to think about that. I think could be Split.
Split.
Yep. Kafalarını karıştırdım. Sakin ol. Rakipler düşünecek sadece.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to translate.
Yeah.
He's saying like, I just let them think something else.
Oh, he's trying to trick us. You're trying to trick
Trick
us.
the enemies, not you.
Oh, okay. You'll tell us after this. But
Could be.
your next game will be against Gentlemates.
Yep.
What do you think about them, and also adding Kamik to their roster as well?
Konuş kanka.
Okay.
Ben de o kadar yok.
Kamik is the good player. I think it's upgrade, but losing Robbie Bika, I don't know, because he was the IGL, and for now I guess like mini IGL, mini is IGL. So I don't know, like just switch the IGL and put another guy to the roster. It can be hard, but it can be so good as well, like Liquid this year. So we are happy to play against them. Like we only played one times, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was the old roster, right? It was a while ago. We do. Yeah, there's the standing.
Yeah, that is the standings. I'm not gonna just ask you, but you know what you think of your group. But I want to ask you to give me a top 3 of your group. Zeus, what do you think?
I think there's an obvious answer.
I want to know their
I want to see if you go for
they
the
have
obvious
some kind
one.
of information that we do not have, because they probably have pracked against this team.
I'm actually more interested to know if what you think is the top 3 in the other group, because I think that's a top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start with your group.
Both.
We'll start with your group.
both.
Yeah.
Tamam sen yap bizimkini grup alfayı ben yapayım.
Okay, I will say the group Omega. You say
Okay.
Alpha.
Okay.
Okay. Without us, I guess. Okay, it's.
Oh, can we stand back on one more time, please? One more time.
My memory is not good.
Oh, you have KC, Koi, BBL, yourselves, Mates, and Liquid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Thank you
Concerning
again.
that I can say that by heart.
I guess Liquid is 1, second BBL, and 3.
Oh, you have to put yourselves in there.
Are you not going to
We
put
have
yourself?
Including you.
Okay, we are first, of course.
You.
We are first.
So you, Liquid, and BBL.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What about Alpha?
Zeus, the other group.
Okay, I think first place is Vitality, as of course. Second place, Heretics, and third place should be Fnatic.
Ooh, okay. That one is hard though. Do you think that is the group of death? Do you believe in the narratives that the other group is?
Yes.
Yeah, I love
It's looking like.
Yes.
So
So
when
how big was your smile when you saw your group?
I was gonna
It was
say,
very big.
I was gonna say when you saw the draw, were you like, woof?
What was the
Like-
group chat like?
Yeah, we just think about, okay, what if we like stay in the group Alpha? It will be so hard because like there is so much strong enemies. But in our group, maybe they don't look that much good, but they have like new rosters. So new rosters, this can be
Surprise.
banger. Yeah.
Yep, could be dangerous.
Yeah, we will see some of those teams play tomorrow. So let's take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. We got a generational banger of Fnatic versus Na'Vi, and then Liquid versus Gentlemates with Kamik. So there's a lot going on. I want to get your predictions real quick before I let you guys go. So who do you think is winning between Fnatic versus Na'Vi, and then Liquid and Gentlemates?
I think Fnatic gonna win against Na'Vi. They're looking more trustful, I think. Diğer maç neydi?
Team Liquid, gentlemen.
How did you understand me?
Because I speak several languages, so even if I don't speak Turkish, I have, you know,
Oh, okay.
it also fit, like the question would fit. So
Ne düşünüyorsun?
I guess should be Liquid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fnatic and Liquid gonna win tomorrow.
Okay, I mean, we're
all
rolling back the
days, yeah.
years, like 2021 days. Actually, one more question before I let you guys go, because as you know, we're coming up to the 5th anniversary of Valorant, you know, being released. So we're talking a lot about kind of thinking about the old days. I don't know if you watched the first game, but Avova was having, you know, vintage Avova performances. There was a lot going on back in the days. And you guys are some of the rookies, you know, you won in the league when some of those things happened. So what was the one memory in your mind, perhaps, that you think about and you remember before you joined VCT EMEA?
Your favorite memory of Valorant? It's been 5 years.
He won 4 times Turkish League, so...
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
So you know his favorite memory?
But not involving yourselves, like of the league in general. You know, maybe something that made you want to join this league, made you feel like, oh, I wanna play there. I want to play with
I think
these
mine
players.
was the one where I qualified for the VCL, the Turkish league. It was very good with my old team. Yeah, we were dreaming about this, and making this come true is very good.
Were there other Turkish players before you that you were familiar with, that you watched, that you were like, oh, that guy's pretty good. That makes me want to. They made me want to play better. Not
Who did you
CNED?
look up to?
Not CNED?
He doesn't care about anyone.
Oh wow! I love that attitude.
cool.
I wasn't watching anyone. I was
Oh.
playing my own game.
Okay, well they're watching you now. So what
Chichi
about
would
you?
never.
Thank
What
you.
about you?
I was just dreaming about beat the best Fnatic.
Oh, the
And
2023 roster.
yeah.
Mm.
I just want
That was a
to
bad year.
win against them. So of course I have to make a VCT roster for play versus against them. Then after that, we won, I guess. Yeah, we won 2 times or 1 times against Leo as well.
Oh yeah.
He was the best player. I guess if he come back, he was the best player again. But that's fine.
I think Leo is a lot of people's
Yeah,
favorite. You know, they
I
always
was
think
scaring when
about
I
him.
playing against him.
Yeah.
But now I don't care.
That's character growth. Growth. But thank you very much for joining
Thanks
us.
so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you here next week. Thank you, Kukuka. I'll see you here tomorrow. But thank you
me
to
every
you
day,
guys
girl.
at home as well for joining us and watching. We're going to have one more day of Valorant action this week. Tomorrow, starting with Fnatic versus Na'Vi. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you then. Welcome to EMEA, Governor, and welcome back, Heretics and Apex. I think the one question on everybody's mind is what new things can we expect from both of these teams? I would not be surprised if we see a Waylay.
I'm the first EMEA Waylay. Let's go, brother. Bang! Boom, 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 boom.
She getting that back online. That's a beautiful angle. So he'll go into clear, and it's a Vova. Ah! Apex on their opponent's map pick. They've come to play. It's Fluorescent with the 3K to close this one out. This was utter domination from Apex.
One enemy remaining.
Avova playing this to perfection, and he's got it again.
And it's just so sexy, bro. Let's go!
Now it seems like Heretics, they're on the home stretch. Fluorescent is forced to swing into a triple stack, 13-8, a gap of 5, and a recovery for Heretics on their opponent's map pick.
Good job!
Yeah! He's made it around the corner, buying so much time! Heretics just with a clean sweep for so many of these fights.
It is done. It is dusted. The result will end as expected.
Any team will be scared to face this roster.
We are ready in the studio, and the fans in the arena are very eager to see these two teams. It's time to welcome back FUT and KOI.
We're just here to yap, I guess. A 4.5, a commanding lead from FUT. Signs of life for movie star KOI though, Lauren.
Zeus! Stop, Zeus!
Zeus!
remaining.
And FUT just making this heartbreaking for Koi. Oh, Yenergy! Just closing out in style. It's a 13-4. Just breaking his ankles there. Mr. Fallen made to look foolish. Now the turns have tabled, Michael. What was that hesitation? The pressure! Just too much for Koi. Oh, dearie me.
Those turns have tabled once again.
Hold your breath, we're going to OT! Dead and buried and FUT from the brink, bring it back!
Friday night putting them plays in, but it feel like a special occasion. So let's go out, go blazing, hit the dance floor, let go frustrations. I might have a hidden agenda.